everybody. Thanks for watching 205 Kitchen. I'm Freddie Dillard. I'm your host. And today we're going to be making homemade ice cream. More specifically, we're going to be making pistachio ice cream. I'm going to do this two ways today. The first way, I'm going to use my KitchenAid with the ice cream freezer attachment. And for those of you who don't have an ice cream freezer and you don't have KitchenAid and you just want to make some homemade ice cream, I've got a separate way that'll work just fine, where we use a hand mixer and some heavy cream, and we'll make a quart each way, and we'll do a taste test. Stay tuned. All right, so first up, we're going to go over the ingredients. It's super simple to make this, by the way. You're going to need, for 1 quart of ice cream, you're going to need a cup of pistachios, and we're going to grind those up in a food processor. You're going to need 1 can of sweetened condensed milk, or I call it Eagle brand milk, whatever it is in your area. And you're going to need about 2 cups of heavy cream. That's it. Those are your ingredients. All right, be right back. All right, I've got 1 cup of pistachios. I'm going to go ahead and add those into my mixer, or my food processor, not mixer. And we're going to pulse it a few times. So. Okay, that's it. I'm going to take this attachment out and I'll show you what it looks like. So you can see it's chopped them up, but it's not like dust. You don't want it to be like dust. So just pulse it until it's chopped up. Or you can just take and put a piece of plastic over it and beat it with a rolling pin. Either way, you just basically want to chop these up. And that is 1 cup of pistachios. Stay tuned. All right, from there we're going to pour our pistachios into a bowl. Put them all out. So we're going to use that in a minute to make the other batch. We're going to add 1 can sweetened condensed milk. Now if you notice, I'm adding these before I do the heavy cream. The heavy cream will go last because we want it to be cold, really cold. So it's going to go last, and I'm going to get the ice cream freezer and everything ready before I mix the heavy cream in. We're going with the sweetened condensed milk, and this stuff is good by itself. If you put it in your coffee or something, it's really good. And there's a separate recipe to make this into like a caramel. Really, really good stuff. That's that. All right, so next thing we're going to do is go ahead and start assembling the KitchenAid ice cream maker. We've got this piece. It's just going to slide on right here. It clips into place. This is your churn. This goes in. This is frozen. This little bowl is frozen. Keep it in the freezer. So next I'm going to add 2 cups of milk, or I'm sorry, 2 cups of heavy cream. 2 cups, they'll go in, and this is cold. You want to make sure this is cold. Doesn't have to be like in the freezer cold, but it needs to be refrigerated right up until I've just pulled it out of the refrigerator. So I'm going to stir in my sweetened condensed milk, heavy cream, and pistachios. Stir them in real well, and they're going to go straight into this freezer. That, scrape everything out. We're going to get this churning because the other quart will be like super easy to make. All right, so we're going to get this going now. This goes in place, and then this just falls onto place, and we're going. Super simple. Okay, now we're going to do the exact same with this one. We're going to go in with our sweetened condensed milk. This is actually not Eagle brand, it's Publix, but should do the same. Scrape all that out. Now, this will go in. This is 1 cup of chopped pistachios. To give a little stir. Keep this off to the side and spread it there. All right, next up, 2 cups of heavy cream. I just had a couple of partially full, so I'm going to use those first. It wouldn't be enough, but close. But again, this is cold. It doesn't matter quite as much here because this is not going to come out frozen. About 2 cups right there. All right, this is going to go in, and we're going to kind of stir this in one more time so it mixes a little easier. All right, I'll be right back. All right, so if you look in here, you see it's sort of pulled away from the sides and it's kind of coming up. It's probably ready to come out right now. This is probably, I'm just going to guesstimate, maybe 10 minutes in. Look at it one more time. I think we're done. So if you're a very neat person, you're about to hate me. I've tried this multiple ways and every time is equally messy. So I've learned to just embrace the mess. But you can look, that's actually, see how thick that is. That's actually ice cream at this point. I'm just going to take my little scraper and kind of scrape off in there. Now this will hold 2 quarts, by the way. I just made 1 quart in it right now only because I'm making the second quart with the hand mixer. So if you never had pistachio ice cream, highly recommend. And I'm going to try to do this while I'm filming, so I could just drop the entire thing. Oh, thank goodness I didn't make a mess just then. Hopefully I'm not too close to the camera. I can only do so much here. And this is going to go right into the freezer as soon as it comes out. This needs to freeze for probably, I'm going to say at least 45 minutes. Right now it's like a soft serve, maybe a little bit. If you went to Dairy Queen, by the time you got home with it, this is about that consistency. And if I had both hands to, or if I wasn't trying to juggle around this camera, I could probably do this a little quicker. But we're just gonna work with it here. Yeah, this pistachio is amazing though. Oh, drop some. I knew it was going to happen. I mean, it happens 100% of the time. So, and this thing cleans up pretty easy. It's just, I run it through hot water and then make sure it's really dry, and then it goes back into the freezer until we use it again. I had intended on doing the hand mixer one and having it ready at the same time because it's so much quicker. But I forgot I only had one, my extension cord's only got 1 outlet on it. And since I'm making it on this island, didn't have a choice here. So that's the majority right there. We're gonna get this one into the freezer. So for this one, just to remind everybody, we used the same ingredients, which is 1 cup of chopped or crushed pistachios, if I can say that. 1 can of sweetened condensed milk, and 2 cups of heavy cream. So the only thing different this time, we didn't have a mixer or a ice cream maker, so we're going to do it this way. So we're just going to whip this into stiff heat. Be right back. We've been going for about a minute now. You can see this is starting to thicken up. Probably close to soft peaks now. Yeah, we are. We're getting close to soft peaks right there. See, this kind of falls over. So we're close to stiff peaks now. So you don't want to over mix this once you get to stiff peaks, because it can turn from stiff peaks to get the next evolution of this is butter, and you don't want to cause this to curdle and turn into butter. So let's take a look. We're still at soft peaks, I think. Blender there, just another second. That's it. That's where you want it, stiff peaks. And I'm just going to put that in the container. This is going to have to freeze a little longer. Just keep that in mind, because this is not, you know, the other was churned, frozen. This will be mixed and then frozen. So this will probably need to freeze for, I mean, not a crazy amount of time, but maybe where the other container needed to freeze for probably 45 minutes, you may want to give this like maybe 2 hours. Be back in a little bit for a taste test. Okay, we have the finished product for both. So this, if I can get a close up, is the ice cream that I made with the churn, with the KitchenAid. And this, get out of my shadow here, is what I did with a blender. Not a blender, yeah, the hand mixer. So I'm going to do a taste test on both now. All right, I went ahead and let this freeze overnight, so both of them froze. I've let them thaw this morning for about 15 minutes just so they're not too hard to get out of there. And we're going to do our comparison. So I'm going to try to get this close to the camera. This is churned, this is not churned, this is blender. The blender version did take a little bit longer to freeze, so we'll see if it tastes the same. This is the churned version. Really good. Really good. Just like you would expect it to be. This pistachio ice cream is delicious. Now for the one that I made with the blender. It almost tastes lighter, but really good. I mean, in a pinch, obviously I think churned is probably a little bit better, but it is not a huge difference. I would go with either one. If I did not have an ice cream maker available and I had a hand blender, hand mixer, I would totally do this. Excellent, excellent. And get you some of these, I don't know if I got a link to it or not, but I bought them off Amazon. Little 1 quart ice cream tubs, keep in your freezer. Anyway guys, thanks for watching 205 Kitchen.